Welcome. Have to be where they go. It's okay like this. What you say? So a video, Indian, it's the Chinese or Indian? I think it's a Chinese channel with Indian announcers. Putin was giving a huge speech in Russia, like a Trump rally. 100,000 people in the stadium, and they cut him off in the middle of his speech. Russian state television. So worrying for this microphone. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تاركاتنا الصحبة وخير في جميع. دار شهرات آفت است. I'm saying our way is association, as Shaykh Abdul said, to come together in a group, and Allah's hand is over that group. Goodness comes on the group. Shaykh Abdul warned, in fame is affliction. So I'm saying it, but I'm angry. How come we're not famous? I want to be famous. Everyone's famous, but I'm not coming to be famous. Putin was speaking, must have been 200,000 people. Everybody's channel has 10,000, 20. So while we're saying it's a virtue not to be famous, really, my ego is angry, really. What's the benefit? To be famous, to be this, to be that. Everything. But these all look intelligent. As if I had something up here. Medad ya Sayyidi, medad. We come to the door of our Shaykh with nothing. With empty cup. Nothing. I'm saying, put something. I say, put something. We don't have anything. If you come with a full cup, they can't. Why to put something? It will spill. If it's only coffee or water or juice, okay, never mind. But heavenly lights, if it's spilled, it's going to be wasting something precious. So we have to come empty. Oh my Lord, I came to you with this, I came to you with that, I came to you with so many things. Where you got those things from? Everything we have comes from Him. If we come to Him and say, oh, I learned this, I have this qualities, I have this. Oh, really? Where you got it from? Where you got yourself from also? Oh, you who came to me, where you got yourself from? You're saying, I came to Shaykh Muhyiddin, Allah bless him. Allah say, take from his wisdom. He said, don't say, Ya Ahad, all the one, the absolute unity. Don't say Ya Ahad, you won't be recognized. Who's saying Ya Ahad? In the presence of Ahad, there's no other one to say Ya Ahad. Ya Ahad. If the Shaykh should take us, take us by the hand to the presence of the beautiful Asma wa Sifat, names and attributes, to be lost in that ocean, alhamdulillah. But we need to be taken and submerged in that. No one can say, I came to you. Prophet ﷺ on his night journey. That night journey is the template, template, the pattern, the What's another word? The pattern or it's the template for our meditations, for all our prayings, all our doings. Prophet was going from this world, he was woken from his bed and taken on a mystical journey. It's the symbolic point for all our spiritual doings. How we're going to go from dunya to Mawla, from dunya to the Lord's presence. And it's related that he was woken from his bed by Jibril, angel Jibril, peace be upon him. And he came, and angels took him and they opened his chest, and they brought a silver bowl filled with ice. They took his heart and washed it. Because it said every heart, not for prophets all, but to be an example for us, every heart has a spot, black blood is there. Shaitan plays there. We all have that. It needs to be cleaned. If you sacrifice a goat or a sheep, what you find in the heart, if you open it, there's a black clot of blood in every heart. You saw it in surgeries also. We clean. Then they brought for him Barak, the sabab, the vehicle. Take away a vehicle to reach to your Lord. Even they say, La tanfuduna illa bi sultan. That sultan, away, a vehicle, a way to reach. They brought Barak, symbolic of a heavenly support to take you. You have to be taken. You can't go. You can't go to the airport. One time, years ago, I was driving for a company. I had a van, and one of our customers were electricians, and there's no electricians today, they went. One of our customers was electrical supplies for construction, electrical constructors. And one of my customers they were working at the airport. And you had to drive out onto the field to where they were working on the airport to deliver their pipes and their wires, whatever they needed. So the dispatcher, we had a radio, everybody could hear what everybody was doing in those days. That was the technology. And they say 1020. 1020 means where are you? Or 10-9, 1020, I think. I said, I'm next in line for takeoff on runway A. I was behind. They laughed. We can't fly up like that. We have to be carried. We have to be in the plane. We go to the and Prophet was taken up. So I said, he passed through all the levels of fire, Jahannam, to see what's there. They reached to a level, and Jibril was accompanying him, and he would knock. Every place had a gate and a guardian. There are guardians at every level. Not gates with keys, so you open it with the key. There's a guardian there. Sheikh Hisham said they leave that out when they talk about the meditation through the chest, the Lataif. One professor was giving a talk of the different levels. There's 9 or 10 or 12 different understandings. You pass this gate, you pass that gate. You don't pass the gate. You don't take the key in your hand and pass through it with your clever practices. There's a guardian there has to admit. If your name is written to come in, they admit you. Say, oh, look what I did. I prayed 500 rakats. Good, go back and pray 500 more. See, they have to admit you. You came to every gate. Who's there? Said the guardian. And Jibreel would answer on behalf of Prophet, is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Enter, udkhul. And he would enter that area and see everything. It's a pattern for us to follow. We have to be admitted to every level to see it. They said Grand Sheikh never spoke until he passed through each area and traveled its length and breadth. We're only imitators compared to them. We have to know that. Nobody can say we're like him. Hasha. I want to be something. No one can be something else. He passed through every area. Then they went through 7 heavens. Samawat. At each level, who's there? Said the guardian of that heaven, that paradise. And Jibreel would say, it's Muhammad. So, enter, udkhul. They'd enter and they'd see what they saw. They would find Musa or Harun or Yahya or Ibrahim with different prophets on different stations. Mikael, Israfil. And going to Sidratul Muntaha. Now they pass through all the levels. I don't know what's coming Isra and Miraj tonight, but speak. If it came with nothing, this is what he put. We'll find where he's going, I don't know also. Sidratul Muntaha. They say the farthest lote tree. What does it mean, the farthest lote tree? The boundary tree. The boundary of what? What kind of tree? We passed through 7 heavens and 7 jahannams. What kind of tree? Where are we to have a tree? Well, I said, it's the, as the Prophet said, and Awliya said before him, that it's the boundary of understanding. Everything we put into our minds, we understand it. Our minds is like that. I understand I'm on earth, I'm sitting in a chair. The sky is there, the ground is there. I'm sitting, I'm breathing. Everything we understand about ourselves and our situation. Who are you? I'm me. Here I am. Sidratul Muntaha is the last point you can say, here I am. We were talking about in the presence of Ahad, you can't say anything. There's no second one. No, Ahad. There's no second one in the presence of Ahad. The level of the names and attributes. So Prophet said to Jibreel, what's after this Sidratul Muntaha? We passed through 7 Jahannams. We passed through 7 heavens, Samawat. What's next? And Jibreel said, Ya Rasul, I don't know. This is the limit. I never came this far even. If I go any farther, I'll burn up out of existence. I can't come back into existence again. What I'm going to say here? This is my limit. Prophet said, we didn't finish yet. We have to go. He was called. We're called tonight. We have to go. And he left Jibreel. Now he went by himself. He was taken. He was taken up to Kabu Kosaini or Adna, to a presence. 2 bows lengths or nearer. One sheikh said to me, 2 bows lengths. What does it mean? Eyebrows. What does it mean? Or Adna, or nearer. Or nearer is an endless description. Or nearer, or nearer. I read one, translate one tafsir, said it means 2 distances you can shoot a arrow. 300 yards, 600 yards. What does that mean? In the presence of Allah, you pass through 7 heavens, to pass it to Muntaha, to 2 bows lengths. I came within 500 feet of Allah. What is it supposed to mean? This is the level of the mind. There must be some distance from. No, there's no distance here. There's no up, there's no down. And this time, the heavenly voice said, who's there? The guardian of every level said, who's there? And Jibreel answered, it's Muhammad, enter. Now he's in a different state, approaching the beautiful names and attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who's there? Prophet said, you. No more Muhammad. So disappears from them. You only. Sanwar Sen Ben Yo. As our Grand Sheikh Nazim said, Grand Sheikh gave him one zikr and he gave it for us also. Use it in your meditations. You are, I am not. All our zikr is Arabic. That only one is Turkish, Ottoman Turkish. Sanwar Sen Ben Yo. Sanwar Sen. You are Ben Yokum. Sanwar Sen Ben Yokum. You are, I am not. Yokum. Me no. Subhanallah, my Subhan. Nabiyana, our prophets. Ben Yokum. My existence? No. No me. No me. You. And Allah said to him, describe me, wasif me. Describe me, Ya Allah. How you found me? And you say, only you. The Prophet began to describe the sifatullah. The first one he mentioned, according to Mulana Shaykh Hisham, Allah bless him, give him long life, full power, said, Kahar. We didn't reach Ahad yet. Kahar. You only. Describe me, Kahar. Only the attribute of absolute overpowering everything. Everything in his absolute power. The Shaykh Nazim said to me, one day we were sitting in Cyprus. Cyprus is indoor-outdoor picnic. Winter or summer is picnic. You're sitting indoor-outdoor. The table is outside, and there's a roof. There's like a awning shed, and the sun is shining under the awning. And I was sitting to the edge of the table. The sun was coming on. I'm moving, trying to get into the shade. He said, "The sun." And I'm saying, I was busy with my food. I forgot him. Not Sanwar Sen Ben Yok. Know anything, only my food. I said, I forgot everything. Well, see, no, I'm busy eating. Or, don't think we reached anything. He said, the sun, where is it? I don't know. I never thought of it before. It's there. Where's that? Created La Makan without a place? I never asked that question. You ever asked that question to yourself? You're driving along, the sun is shining. Where is that sun? Oh, he's like up there. Well, I went to Washington. I have an app on my phone for finding out the prayer times and the Qibla. And you have to calibrate it. So go in a figure 8 with your phone, get the correct compass. I did it with Qibla like so. It was night when we prayed. Zohar time, Fajr, it was still dark. Zohar time, we're praying, following up. The sun was on my left side. How the sun came on the left side? We went to Argentina, or how it happened? It was backwards. It's the other way. Where is the sun? He said, everything has to have it. It's too cold, I think, that AC. Freeze out. Okay. He said, everything has to have a base, a place. Where are we? Because once you begin to ask, where is the sun? Very quickly you come to, where am I? It's a short jump. Begin to puzzle over that. Where exactly am I? Where are we? Science says everything is moving. Earth is turning on its axis and moving around the sun, and sun is moving around the solar system. I saw some computer models taking into account 7 or 8 different kinds of motion It's like a corkscrew going through. And the one who made that map said this only takes into account a few motions. We don't know how the galaxy is moving around. It's so complicated. He said everything has to have a base. He put his coffee cup on the table. He said the base of this cup is the table. What's the base for the table? He said, okay. Table is resting on the earth, on the ground. We're sitting outside, like a picnic table. Table was on the earth. Okay, I'm following so far. What's the base for the earth? Whoops. Now we went back to where's the sun? I was okay. The cup is on the table's on the ground. Like that much I can get. Like looking through the wrong end of a telescope. What's the base of the earth? The earth is between the horns of a bull. Huh? A Thor. This earth is between the horns of a bull, tossed. If you think about it, everything is tossed back and forth between the horns of that bull. Every day, good luck and bad luck, good fortune and difficulties, happy and sad, hot and cold, day and night, wrong and right, everything tossed back and forth. Like a huge bull crossing this world back and forth. What's the base for that bull that's tossing everything back and forth between two poles? I don't know. That bull is standing on a rock. He's anchored somewhere. It's throwing this earth back and forth, always between different extremes. It's anchored somewhere. See? On a hidra, on a rock. Something is anchoring that. The force that's tossing this world back and forth between every kind of extreme, left and right, up and down, summer and winter, day and night. Everything is in pairs. We created everything in pairs, all of us. Everything is like yes and no, dark and light. It has a base, that rock. That's the rock. But that rock also, he said, has to have a base. That bull is anchored on the rock. It's tossing everything from a fixed place. What's the base for that rock? So that rock is again on something in motion. What's that? A whale. The rock is on the back of a whale. The bull is something very small now. We're starting with the earth. The bull is tossing the earth and everything on it in existence. It's anchored on something bigger, the rock. The rock is on something even bigger. Now, something moving. What's that? A whale. What kind of huge animated force is that? Everything's carrying the rock, carrying the bull, carrying this world. See, the whale has a base also. What's holding that whale? The whale's in an ocean. I can't, my mind is, we're reaching to Silva to Montaha, where the mind starts to break. What's going on? We started with putting the cup on the base and asking where the sun is. All these huge forces in motion, each one anchored by something bigger. Now it's in an ocean. What kind of an ocean? See, that ocean has a base also. You think that ocean is the base? No. It's only an ocean. It's carrying all those things. It's something. As long as it's something, it can't be the final thing. You can't say something. He's not like anything. So anything that's something is not the end point. No matter how great or how powerful or how magnificent, or it's still something. Something is still before Sidratul Muntaha. Something, yeah, I'm understanding something. A bull, a rock, a whale, an ocean is still something. Now the ocean, the power of Allah. What's that? Qahar, Ahad, Samad, not in need for anything. ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع العليم. He's not like anything, but he hears and knows. We hear and know. No, not like that. How it's not like that? You don't know because it's not like you. I'm trying to think how that is. You can't because it's you. You can't go out of you. You can't imagine something that's not in your equipment to imagine it. You can imagine what it's like to be an ant or a bee or a plant or a fish. It's out from our, what about, well, we can't imagine any. Yet he honored us. Allah gave us something from those attributes that are beyond anything we could imagine. Nothing is like me, but I gave you from my attribute something, O human beings. Bani Adam. We honored you, O children of Adam and Eve. We honored you with attributes. Huwa Hayyun Alim, alive, and knows he's alive. He gave us that. He gave us life. What is that life? We have it. If we take it away, we're dead. I gave you among whole creatures. You know you're alive. Hayyun Alim. I gave you from Al Hayyun Alim, my divine attributes. Who and higher? You. I gave you to be you. What does it mean? I didn't create humans and jinns except to know me. Seek knowledge up to China means to the end you can go. Hayyun Alim. And I gave you Murid wa Qadr, willpower. Al Murid, Irada, willpower. I wish to do. Allah has willpower to do this or that. He wants to do something. And he gave us, we want to do. As soon as you wake up, I'm going to do this. Or even something say, I'm going to the restroom. Okay, you want to go to the restroom. You didn't think about it. We did it like an animal without thinking. It came that irada. I want to do something. I want to eat. I want to drink. I want to open my eyes. I want to open the windows. I want to get up from the. We didn't think we're seeing a miracle. Allah's divinely attributes dressed on us. I want to do this. I want to do that. How? Where that came from that you want to do something? I'm going to the door. I'm getting in my car. How? You want to do it, then it happens. I want to pick this up. Now look, it's up here. It was here before. I want to pick it up. How? It's a miraculous thing, but we don't notice it. Like, where is the sun? Everything is a mystery. We never thought about it. Murid wa Qadr. Allah is Qadr. Al-Qadir, Al-Qadr. He has power to carry out what he wishes to do. And he gave human beings something from that. We wish to do this, we wish to do that, and he gave us a power to carry out our will. From the time a baby comes out from its mother's womb, begins to do what it wants to do. Ask any mother. The child has its own willpower from the beginning. First word, no. Do this, no. Yeah. الآن أنا مستقيلا. Ayn Alim, Murid al-Qadr. And then Shaykh Muhyiddin said he dressed us with Sami'un Basir Mutakallim, or Muqsit wa Jawad, and his generosity, hearing and seeing and speaking. He granted us to complete our doings. He granted us hearing and seeing and speaking to complete our wishing to do, He gave us tools to do it. I want to do something. We gave you. We gave you. SubhanAllah. ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع العليم. And our job to know about Him. The first meditation, think about yourself, Shaykh Hashem told me. Look what He gave you. Your first muraqabah, look at yourself. He dressed you with His attributes. It's a doorway. If you think deeply, there's a doorway to begin to come up. As Prophet was carried up, we have to be carried up step by step. But we don't notice the miracles around us. I want to see a miracle. What miracle you want to see? You've been given existence and knowledge of your existence and life and willpower and power to carry out your will, and hearing, seeing, speaking, and everything else. So many things. Think about it. There's an ayat in Quran that if you look at it, it makes you to, what's that? Alam tara ila rabbik. What's that? You know that ayah? Alam tara ila rabbik. Literally means, have you not seen your Lord? Have you not looked at your Lord? What? I'm reading Quran. Alam tara. Then he goes on, he is gentle with us. He goes on to say, look how He moves the shadow. In the morning when the sun comes up, the shadow is long in that direction. As the sun, we make the sun is dalil. Noon, the shadow comes in tight, and then it extends the other. Look at the workings of your Lord. We're doing, it's everywhere. You see it everywhere. I want to see a miracle. Look, open your eyes. You can't see. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not bukhul. What's bukhul? Stingy. Shaykh Muhyiddin used to say. He's not stingy. He didn't hold anything back. He's there. But we're not seeing it. We're not trying to get it. We're not trying to find it. Oh, my servant. I'm Torah Arabic. I'm eating. Don't bother. Even your eating is a miracle also. How we gave you your food. How it came from wherever it came or grew or what. You know, it's coming to your mouth. How it, giving you power. How it gave me power to do. I couldn't get up or move. Power. How that happened? How some bit of meat or bread or plants give you power to move? He used to say, Sheikh Nazim Allah bless him, used to say, look, huge animals, a horse or an elephant or eating grass and power to move. How that grass gave it power to move? What a horse eats? Grass, nothing. You feed it, fine. Not, he's happy with grass. We used to have horses. You go out for the evening, come back from Zikr. We used to go to Ann Arbor, come back 1 o'clock. Summer, dark, horse, head down, eating. 2 o'clock in the morning, eating. Raining, eating. Winter time, snowing, horse, head down, nose in the snow, eating. Noontime, eating. 3 in the afternoon, hot out, eating. Cold out, eating. They don't stop until it's finished. Near the backhoe, the carted over. It was eaten by the backhoe, the bulldozer. Allah forgive us. I have a story to tell, but I can't tell it. It's too much. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad Sayyid Awalina. Dargah in Michigan was too much. Thanks to Somebody reminded me, Professor Hardy reminded me, don't you remember what the Sheikh said to you? If you see them taking this place apart brick by brick, don't interfere, don't say anything. You see all kinds of things. Well, Sheikh Nazim said, now we put this beautiful center, you watch over it, sick people, angry people, people who make other people angry, parasite people, people lazy. But we only had one cross the line all that time. One came, said his name was Mahdi alayhi salam. The Sheikh Hashem had been replaced. Threw him. He went to the next town. The imam from there called and said, "Who is this guy? I don't know. It's your problem." Put him on a bus to Oklahoma or Kansas or something. May Allah forgive us. Like oceans to swim in. What to speak about? What to speak about? We're in an unbelievable, magnificent, mysterious oceans of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm saying to myself, oh, so and so, wake up. Wake up. الآن مستقيلا. Look. ألم ترى إلى ربك. Wherever you look, how is it? Wherever you look, you find the face of your Lord. Ya Allah, don't talk on the phone in this cell phone.
فأينما تولوا فثم وجه الله.
فأينما تولوا فثم وجه الله. If you want to speak, go outside and speak. They used to say even somebody goes like this, the speaker comes down 7 degrees. This speaker doesn't have 7 degrees. Like, it's sub-basement. We went in Washington to a Target store, a huge one. I never saw one. It has multi-levels. I never saw it. I'm looking at the toothpaste. Downstairs. What? There's a whole other Target downstairs. What is going on? Toothpaste? Yeah. Then you have to hunt for it downstairs. So the speaker descends into the basement. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barak ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Sayyidina Muhammad. It's enough, inshallah. We're asking, what are we asking? To follow our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That he was taken up. In kuntum tuhibun Allah, fatabiyuni. Yahbibkum Allah. If you want Allah to love you, follow me, he said. Allah will love you. And he wasn't only praying and fasting and doing, and drawing his sword like Urtugo, he was going through heavens. Follow me, he said. That's the important one. Not dunya. Not dunya. After, perhaps it was Badr or Uhud battle, terrible battle with the enemy. So many killed, so many wounded. They were coming back to home, to Medina, when our Prophet and his Sahaba, and the men it was a heavy experience. As they neared their home, Prophet said to them, "Oh, my men, don't put down your weapons. It's not time to put down your weapons yet. See, we're going from the small war to the big one." What happened? What could be worse than what we just saw? They say the battle is the wild beast between the two sides of the chest, our egos. All of us have to battle that ego. Why? To be able to come up, to follow him. We can't follow him if we stay on the animal level. I'm saying to myself, look at the mirror, old speaker. I don't look here. This is like a mirror. Old speaker. You also. Don't stay on that level. Look, it became white. What progress you made. Everyone asks himself. You'll be your own judge. Everyone will judge themselves. our hand will speak against us, our eyes will be enough to be judge on ourselves. May Allah forgive us. We're asking for openings, at least to think about these things. Every moment is the moment to be sitting at the door, at that door. We're waiting to get up. I'm saying to myself also, sit at the door of Allah, asking to get up. Alam tara ila rabbik. Have you not seen your Lord? Have you not looked to your Lord? Have you not seen the workings of your Lord? Look for it. I'm not looking for it. I'm busy with something or other. Be busy with that. That's our job. We're sent to earth for that job. May Allah grant us. May Allah grant us. Holy Rajab, Shahrullah, or Shaban, Shahr Nabi, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, or say Shahri, my month, said Prophet. Ramadan, months for the Ummah, Rajab and Shaban for planting and watering and tilling the crops and pruning, and trimming, and growing the garden. Ramadan, to eat the fruits, harvest the wheat, the corn, the fruits, the apples, the oranges, the months for tasting. May Allah grant us to pass through these months, to be busy planting and plowing and preparing to reach the fruits. It said, don't cry, I have nothing to eat at harvest time if you didn't plant and plow and water and see and do anything. I didn't prepare. Don't say I don't have anything. What you prepared. At least to be like that Bedouin. We'll finish with this because one Bedouin, one person from the Campun of Arabia, in the countryside. What they say in the sticks, out past the farm into the, or nothing. One from the countryside came, what they say in Pakistan? Go. One from the Gao came. So Prophet asking Prophet a high question. Ya Rasul, when is the judgment day coming? When is the hour going to be? And the Prophet said to him, what did you do to prepare for it? And that Bedouin, Allah gave him a good answer. Allah give us a good answer if someone asks us. They said, what did you prepare for it? He said, oh, Prophet, nothing, only your love. Nothing else. Prophet said, it's enough. Tom, it's enough. At least let us prepare that love. Maulana Shaykh said, nothing is equal to love. 2 rakahs with love is better than 1,000 rakahs without. One time to say Allah with love, better than 1,000,000,000 times to say Allah, Allah with no love. One time to meditate, oh, love. One Shaykh said, important that love. Without it, you're not going to get anywhere. Love whatever you want. You can love a rock or a tree if you want, as a starting point to be filled with love. Then you can come up. Without, you can't do anything. Sometimes they say something shocking. There was in the time of Musa, he was walking through the countryside. There was a farmer, a sheep herder. Was sheep herder in Pakistan? Dargah bil. A sheep herder from the countryside. There was one, but in Hebrew, how you say it? There's one person tending his sheep. He had one prize sheep, his best ram, and he's combing its wool, polishing its hoofs and its horn. And he's speaking to his sheep, and Moses is hearing it. Moses is hearing what he's making dua. He's saying, "Oh my Lord, come, I'll polish your hooves and I'll comb your wool till it's fluffy and shiny, and I'll shine your horns until they're glistening." And Musa got angry. He went up to him and said, What are you doing? You think Allah is a sheep? You think like that? And the voice came like thunder. Oh, Musa, leave him. This is his thinking. He loves me. That love will lead him to his destination. Leave him. Don't smash his love. But this goes against what I looked in my books. So may Allah grant us hearts to love. Get up. By mind, you can't understand Prophet. You can't understand Isra and Miraj. Explain that to me with your rules and how it happened. Explain with physics, with chemistry, how Prophet went up. When he came back from his night journey and began to explain it, who believed in Sayyid Abu Bakr said, I believe it immediately. And more than that. But who's at the level of Sidratul Muntaha and below, they can't believe it. No, even a religious person. No, I'm not finding that in my books. So you have to line up here and stand like that. How you explain that he went up? Where you found that? They say the salat is the mirage of the movement of the believer. How? They don't tell you how to do that. Oh yeah, because the ruku is like, no, that's sentences and words. Now I'm proposing Sidratul Muntaha. No, not doing anything. How you really do it? Love, you have to be taken. That love. Prophet is love to his Lord. He was invited, he was taken. Amin Allah Tawfiq. I wasn't expecting to say anything, now I said too much. Fatih. Make zikr and pray Isha and then eat, inshallah. Play this one tonight. أشهد أن لا إله